Hello and welcome to Actual Reviews in English, the TLDR look at what it was I reviewed, where I forced myself to say something good, something bad, what I think is the best and what I think is the worst, all in my own opinion, of course. And today it's the Ziigaat Nuo. I think it's pronounced Ziigaat, but who knows. These AEMs were sent to me by Linsol. I have no affiliation with Linsol. You can find out more by checking out the full review, which is linked in the description, or head over to actualreviews.com. Okay, so starting off with something good. They're a €20 set of IEMs, or just over $20 set of IEMs, which is sort of like really ultra budget. And we'll get to the best thing in a minute, but they are a very good set of IEMs for €20. There is no doubt about it. So the price has to be mentioned as something good. Something bad. Well, I mean, the presentation's a bit sparse, but again, we're talking about a €20 set of IEMs. But I mean, the packaging is that the cover reminds me of an old VHS blank cassette from the 80s, and the box inside is just like a plain black box, and you get 3 sets of like silicone tips that are sort of meh, and a cable that's very rubbery as well. So not great, but again, it's €20 set of IEMs, so we can't complain. In fact, I would complain more if they'd have spent more money on the packaging and less on the actual performance. Which brings me to the best. The lower ranges, the mid-range, in fact, all the way up to the upper mids, these IEMs perform really well. They're a single 10mm LCP driver, and they work really, really well. The bass, there's not a huge amount of rumbling bass, but mainly it's because, I mean, there's enough, but mainly the sub bass isn't rumbling because it's very clean and articulate, and so is the mid bass, and so are the mids in general. And in general, it's a tuning that all the way up to the upper mids I find very good and perform very well. Details are decent. They're not out of this world, but again, we're looking at a €20 set of IEMs, but they're still pretty good. The clarity and the definition helps with those details. The space between the layers and all that kind of thing. And the worst, I would say, as we get past the upper mids and into like the treble range, their things are not quite how I would like them to be. They're not quite smooth, they're a bit peaky, and they can put emphasis on sibilance with certain tracks, certain voices. It's going to depend very much on what type of music you listen to. But some of the music will, especially music that's already mixed a little bright, these are going to put a bit too much emphasis on that higher end, and they're going to be a bit sibilant and a bit, as I say, peaky and a bit bright. But literally, it's just the higher end. So, I mean, maybe what, 9, 10, 11K, something like that. But anyway, if you want to know more about these, check out the full review where I go into more details. It's linked in the description, or head over to actualreviews.com, and I'll be back with another one soon. See you later.